Hello, Flosstube fam. It's the Dace Man here. My name is Dace, my pronouns are he, they, and I'm back today to talk about my May stitching. I am being stealthily joined by my new bird. She's just sort of sleeping up there, and that's probably the best place for her, so she won't be attacking my cross stitch, but maybe I'll get her out towards the end so you can have a better look. But for now, we're going to be looking at everything I stitched in May, like I said, so I actually stitched a little bit differently this month. I didn't do Whip Go Wednesdays, I didn't do full coverage Fridays, and yet somehow I still managed to get through quite a lot of whips. So without much further ado, we are just gonna get straight into it. So first of all, this month we worked on Eeveelutions as always. Now, I have worked on this a little bit this month already as well. In fact, I've got quite a bit of my progress in. I'm filming this on the 5th, so I've already had a few days where I've been working on EVs. Last month, I just did this stuff here. It's basically just blue mush. Like, there's really not much to say about it. However, this month, it gets a little bit more exciting. So I am hitting this bottom right hand corner. So I already have quite a few stitches here on the very bottom of this column. Now I do need to go back and fill in a little bit of this pink from the previous column, but then I will have finished all of this. And this happens at approximately 95%. So I'm currently sitting around 94 point something. And by the time I get to 95%, I'm going to be so close to finishing this corner. I've decided that during this month, I am just going to finish this whole like page off, if you will, so that next time I go to work on this, I can move into Eevee and not have to worry about finishing off a piddly little bit of purple or pink over here first. So my plan for next time is to be able to show you this sort of finished corner, which is quite exciting, I think, even though the subject matter isn't particularly fun here with just the splash purples, blues, pinks. I am really excited to see this all solid and like filled out. So yeah, even though the progress isn't very exciting, it's leading to more exciting times because after this, like I said, there'll be less than 5% left. I'll be able to do like 1% a month and get Eevee's done on its 5th birthday, and I'm really excited about that. So yeah, like I said, I kind of went from 92 to 93.5%, and 95 is the goal this month, but I will just surpass that to finish this corner off. So that's how Eevee's is getting on. Next we have got, as always, a Meeting of Tangled Paths. Now, I always get 1.25% in on this. I took it this month from 35 to 36.25%, and most of my progress, unfortunately, is now hidden by this Q snap, but I did put the progress onto Instagram. I finished this previous page entirely, and I'm now working on this page. Again, not much to say about it, not very exciting stuff happening here. However, I think one more page of background after this one, and we'll probably get some bird. You can see this bird's tail starting to come down here. I think that comes in on the next page towards like the edge of it. But for now, I think we've still got the best part of two more background pages to do before we get any birds in on this project. But I've enjoyed working on it, and like I said, it does look a little bit nicer in real life than it does on camera. It, like, no matter how much I warm up the camera settings, it doesn't quite capture the bright greens, but yeah, it looks quite nice. The previous page, I was really happy with it, and yeah, again, not much to say about it. I'm just getting on with it, and I'll do the same this month. I'll be taking it to 37.5% this month. Not much to say. It's just on its way. That's what we'll say about that one. So next up, as always, as well, I worked on Raven God. Now, I did get my 4% in this month. I went from 80, no, I went from 68 point, I went from 68 to 72% on this one this month. And the progress, I think, is pretty good because as I promised, I finished out this sort of bottom left-hand corner. I was getting really anxious about finishing this bit off because of the high levels of confetti, and I was right. There was a lot of confetti over here, but I could still sort of work a thread in for the most part, and I just took the confetti in my stride. I was like prepared for it, and as you can see, we're kind of now closing in on this bottom right hand side. So nearly 3/4 done, and by the end of this month, hopefully we'll be at 76%. And I'm not sure where to work on because I just want to keep bringing it towards this corner. I'll probably work up here and a little bit over here in order to achieve that, but I might just work up here if I don't feel like I'm going too far down. So that'll be my plan this month. But yeah, for now, I think Raven God is looking okay. I'm happy with the fact that I've not given up on the 4% per month yet. You know, that's my main goal. That's what I'm mostly pushing forward with. And yeah, I'm really happy with the fact I've stuck to it. And hopefully, again, we'll have another 4% next month and we'll be able to celebrate my tenacity once more. So both of those projects were by Stephanie Freeman-Law. I link her art below, her website, so you can always check out Stephanie Freeman-Law's art. She is a wonderful watercolor artist, and she has so many lovely projects out there, so check out her art. I always leave the link below. Next up, we have got our fan favorite pod. I don't know if I really got a huge amount done on pod this month. I did get a few thousand stitches, though. I took it from 75.74% to 80.2%, so we are over 80% done on pod now, and I worked over here some more, so I've practically finished this segment off. There was like a 100 by 100 page block here, and I've been like working on it over the last few months, and I've gotten to the point where there's only a few stitches left in that block now, and yeah, 80%. I'm really happy with that. I'm looking forward to getting this finished in, I don't know, 3 or 4 months, something like that. So the artwork's by Katya Main. It's a pain-free craft kit that I have, and I really, really enjoy working on it. The best thing is I've now finished all of the confetti in Pod's feathers, so I'm done with that. We are now basically solid stitching all the way home now, which I'm really excited about because the colours in this bottom section are amongst my favourite ones to work in. I really like dark reds, dark brown reds. I really like 310, and there's a good block of that in here. We've basically just got a few pesky bits, but not even that pesky. I'm really excited. These are the good times on pod coming up, and let's be honest, we all love a bit of pod, and it'll be great to see it finished. So that was my pod progress for the month. Next up, we have got the monogamy stitching. So on stream, I only stitched one project all month for our mythical May craft along, and I decided to make it a mythical monogamer May. So I worked on Echo Lake by Mirabilia all month on stream, and I got some pretty good progress, so I'm quite excited about this one. I actually started on this second mermaid. I got all of her top half done. We even like hit the water a little bit here, all except the beads and some of the purples for the flowers that are around here. I've decided to come back to those when I do the beading, and I also backstitched her top half as well. And then I came down into the water, into the background, and I got huge progress. I got all of this done. So anything underneath this mermaid tail, apart from this purple flower here, I did all that this month on stream as well. So I made really good progress. I would consider that I've got almost half of the underwater done now, and like the bottom half of this is full coverage, like it's all stitched. The only gaps in this are where beads go, so there's a lot of stitching. It's very heavy. I also got this super cute Agnes Needle Minder. I really like this one. It's a lovely little turtle with a bee on it, and it's got some really great colours. I think Echo Lake is coming along really nice. She doesn't fit on one frame, but yeah, I was really happy with that progress overall. And I really like how these work up. The mock-up or model stitch does not do this justice. It looks really nice. There's only a few colours in it, but the little pops of highlight really add something to it that is just not in the mock-up. I also highly recommend this project. I think more people need to stitch this one. I don't see it on the go very often, but it's really fun. It's really lovely. And you get 2 mermaids for the price of 1, which I think is always a bonus. So Mythical May was, as far as I'm concerned, really successful. Look how nice this fabric is. I can't really show you because the camera will never pick it up, but it's so bright and vibrant. There's greens, there's blues, there's yellows in there. It's a discontinued fabric, unfortunately, or I'd recommend you all go get some of that as well. Next up, we have our special long dogs. So I have got my tiny long dog with me, Sanssouci, for the penultimate time. I'm sorry if the microphone is picking up her little chirrups, but she's just sleepy right now. She's making little sleepy chirrupy noises. But anyway, tiny long dog. As you can see, this is going to be the last time you see it as a whip. We are finishing it this month. I'm running a June Dog special on Twitch. So if you redeem the 30 tiny stitches, it is now 35 tiny stitches. So I'll be doing 35 stitches per time, up to 3 times per stream. And as long as that gets redeemed fairly frequently, this will get finished this month. I'm really confident about that. I've done the maths, we're good. We've literally got about 4% to go right now. Like, we are so close to being done. So this month I actually worked here. So you see these little houses. They're quite heavily backstitched. I did all the backstitch. There is no more backstitch to do on this project. We just have to do 4 crosses down here and then go back and put the date into the elephant. So that's 2020 something. That'll be 2025, which is really exciting. I thought it was going to be a 2026 finish, but actually we've beat that and it's nearly there. So next time you see this, it will be finished. I'm very excited. Let's go. Keep those redemptions coming in. Twitch people, they're doing really well. Almost every stream it gets redeemed 3 times, so it's working, it's happening. We are getting there. Next up, we have our ugly long dog, which is Indiscretion. So this is a peccadillo by Long Dog, and it's quite a small one. I think it has about 7,000 stitches, and we are currently... Ooh, where are we on this one? We are currently 55.87%. This month I mostly worked here, I believe. I think I might have finished this little section off. I came over here, started working on the left-hand motifs over here. I also filled in a little bit of border. All the colours that got called seem to be like pink, purple and blue sort of thing, which is kind of funny, but I wouldn't say there's anything too significant going on in the colour choices. So again, this is something that my subscribers do on Twitch. If they pay to subscribe for the month, they get to choose 30 stitches, any colour they like, and I'll plonk that in. And gift subs get 20, so that's why some sections are smaller than others. Some of these are only 20 stitches, and some of them are 30 per colour. But yeah, I mean, it's interesting enough to watch work up. We're having good fun with it. That's Indiscretion by Long Dog. Next up, I have another special project, but for a different reason. It's a modern folk embroidery. You know it, you love it. It's the beaded Move Forward in Love. So I have worked on this month, and I have big plans moving forward. So here's how she's looking right now. Gotta be really gentle unfolding this one. don't want a bead to pop off. So here is my current progress of my interpretation of this project. So I have made some edits to this. Most people know I've stitched this before once in metallics in a toile, and I did make some color substitutions to include some other flags and bits and bobs. I've done the same here, but I've just edited slightly the way I've done it. All I've really done is I've added a bisexual flag and turned all the birds into brown and black birds to represent people of color and black people in the LGBTQIA+ community. Now, the other main difference that I'm making to this compared to last time, when I first stitched this, I think it was the 50th anniversary of Pride, and I stitched onto the big flag in the middle, I backstitched over it, Love, Unity and Protest, because that was the World Pride theme that year. And this year, the Pride theme for World Pride is really exciting to fiber artists, in my opinion. It's the fabric of freedom. So I am putting the words, the fabric of freedom, into my project this year. So I've continued with the World Pride theme in the center, and I think that's going to look really good. And, you know, the fabric of freedom, it talks about how textiles, how flags have really shaped the movement to LGBTQIA+ rights and our place in society. So I think that's a really exciting theme, and I'm running with it. So this is the beaded project. Like I said, most of these are stitched using silver lined beads, which is why you get that flash when the light runs over it. The black beads, the grey beads are actually semi-matte. The black beads are just shiny, I think. There's no silver line in there. But other than that, they're silver lined beads, so you do get that flash come over it. And when you move the fabric moves. The fabric moves with you. And I think that really does help to encompass that fabric of freedom theme. So yeah, that's really fun. I really like that. And like I said, I've got big plans for this. It is now Pride Month, and my plan is to really go ahead and work on this project. I think it's currently sitting around, 35%. So I'm hoping to basically double that effort this month and then finish it next month while we're still in kind of like Pride season, if you will. So that's my plan. I dyed the fabric myself. It's a 28 count even weave, and it's super bright pink. It doesn't really show up on camera again as bright as it is in real life, but it's definitely gay and I love it. So I always like to encourage people to attempt their own beaded projects. It's not too tricky. All you need is, your delicate beads, maybe a invisible thread like Nymo is usually a good shout. And 28 count even weave tends to do the trick for the seed beads. And yeah, like, give it a go. Just do a practice strip. If you're not sure, try a few different things out. And if you find a beading situation that you enjoy, you might as well give it a crack. So yeah, there's our Move Forward in Love progress. Far more of that to come. Next up, honestly, this was just a token gesture. I think I was bored one night, so I pulled a bevy of festive beetles out by Artsy Housewife. Is it Bevy or Beevie? Someone explain. Is it a Beevie of beetles? I don't know. So again, it was only really a token gesture. I did a few hundred stitches, I think. I got my remaining threads. I was missing the green last time, so I put some of that in. I put in a few hearts, and I filled in a tiny bit of wing and a bit more of the brown. Not much to say about that. This one's on a 25 count fabric. It's over 2. Like, the crosses are quite big and it's quite bold and chunky, but it's not a very big project overall. It's only a few thousand stitches, I think 7,000, 8,000. So I might give it another couple of token gestures over the month, and maybe we'll have it ready to finish in a couple of months' time as kind of like a quick finish something. But yeah, I really like it. It's on this green fabric. It was dyed by the Stitchy Ferret, so it doesn't really have a name, I don't think. And it doesn't show up on camera again. It's really nice. It's like a limey green with a hint of yellow, and I think it really does suit the project. I'm stitching this in the fancy cotton conversion with classic colorworks and gentle art sampler threads. Lunala's decided that this is her video now. Come here. Come on. Get up there. Good girl. So yeah, that's that. But I'm gonna move on because this bird's just distracted me, right? Oh no. Oh no. Oh, she's dead. Oh no. Oh no, she's dead. Oh. It did take long for it to start rolling onto her back for me. Is this your video now? Is it all about you actually? Oh, look how dead she is. Oh no. Oh, silly girl. You gonna lay there? No, you're gonna roll back over. Okay. Okay. What did I work on? What did I work on next? Okay, so I have, again, another sort of token gesture on Red Letter Day, which is a Blackwork sampler I've been working on some Sundays as part of a sort of little mini stitch along, if you will, with a few friends. And this month I just worked here. I just added the best part of this square in. I do need to finish this off. I've got the rest of the month to finish this I do have the rest of the month to finish this off, and I've told Sketch to hold me accountable and force me to work on this on Sundays, because if I put a few threads in, it does quite a lot. I just need to do a few threads every week, and I know I say that every time, but I am insisting on catching up to this by the end of the month so that we're on target to finish it by the end of the year. Yeah, it's a really nice little sampler. I enjoy working on it. It's fun. It's easy enough. I just need to actually do it. That's the ain't that just always the thing, right? Next up, I think I will show you my new start. So as part of the mythical May stitch along, I told myself if I can stitch monogamously on stream all month, I can treat myself to a new start. So I did, because I did, and I decided to give it to my audience to decide what to work on, what to start, and they decided that Tetaha was the way to go. So, Maiden of Tetaha by Bella Filipina. She was my new start. I got this on a Pole Stitches fabric. I think it's called Forbidden Seas, and it's so lovely. This fabric, another one that just doesn't show on camera, is so nice. It's not too far from the called for fabric at all. It's got greens, it's got purples, it's kind of blue, aqua, teal. It's Lunala coloured, basically. And my new start was just this section here. I did the best part of her face, including the back stitch and some of the hair that's on the left hand side. So again, not the biggest start. I only worked on it for one day, but it's a really fun stitch. It's really pretty. It took me back to working on Temptress of the Cursed Sea. I feel like I've like started that again, but in a good way because I liked working on that, and I'm really happy to have it back in my life again. So yeah, I'm really happy with this. It was really fun, and I really like this fabric for it, and I think she's gonna show up really well over time. I don't know when I'll work on that again. Honestly, it was a start to have a start, and it'll get pulled out when it gets pulled out, probably later on. But if it's anything like Temptress, I'll pull it out 1 month and just finish it off in one go after a little while. I really, really enjoyed that. Now, the last thing I have to show you is incredibly special. I'm very, very proud to say, excited to say, ready to say, I have finished Sarah Clark. So we're getting a finish for the end here, a nice big finish. So Sarah Clark is my Norfolk sampler. It was charted by Norfolk Samplers, and I've had it on the scroll frame in the living room for quite a number of months now, and I have been powering through it. And last month, I finally did it. I got through the last section. So as you can see, the sampler starts off with a huge, thick border of massive flowers. There's a good 100 stitches per flower there, and then you've got the actual border line as well. We then go into rows of decorative stuff, including an alphabet and a row of trees. And then we have this band of satin stitch, which is stitched 1/4, and that to me takes a lot of the pressure out of doing 2/, satin stitch, where you've got two threads and you've got to get them to lay nice and flat every time. So that's taken that out, in my opinion, and it was so fun to stitch this satin stitch band. We then have like a spot motif band with some trees, fruit baskets, birds, We've got I call it the sunflower band. I don't know what these flowers are supposed to be. They're kind of similar to Tudor roses, but not. We were having a discussion about flowers in a sampler guild meeting, but we didn't really get too far on that, so I might bring that back up again and we could talk about the flowers some more. And, there's a couple of bits of biblical text either side, because this was a sampler that a real girl stitched a few hundred years ago, so it does have some biblical bits on it. And then we moved into this band. This was so fun to stitch. So it's kind of just alternate cross stitching. It's just cross gap, cross gap, cross gap, and I really enjoy stitching that. That's really fun to me. There's some spot motifs inside the octagons as well, so those are a real strong indicator of Norfolk samplers right there. There are also some tiny eyelets. You won't be able to see these, I don't think, but the S and the C, they contain eyelets over one, so those are really cute. Good fun to stitch. And then all the text is over one as well. So that was something. Just takes a long time, really. You go to stitch some letters and you're just there for ages. But yeah, there we are. That is Sarah Clark. Now I can. So I flipped my camera so you can see this the right way around. I think the sun is going to attack us. I'm going to turn my lamp off. See how that goes. There we go. So that is kind of what Sarah Clark looks like. I'm sure I'll be able to show you it a lot better in future when I have it in a frame. Anyway, I don't like holding projects up. They're all floppy and I can't be bothered to sort out the backlighting, etc. So that's roughly what it looks like. But we'll we'll just get it in a frame and show it off all nice then, I think. But yeah, for now, that's Sarah Clark. That's my finished project. I hope you've enjoyed seeing that in its full glory. Again, that's Norfolk Samplers. If you want to check them out, they have loads of information about things on their website. They even have a few charts ready to be reproed if that is your jam. So that's my big achievement for the month. That's my gift to you. And I think we are going to move into the finish parade, but I kind of forgot to tell people to put stuff in there this month, so I don't think there's a lot to show. We'll just have a little look at the things that people have put in there. I totally forgot to mention to people to plonk stuff in the finish parade. I do apologise, but this month we have Free Palestine by Tatcheries Creations that Christina's stitched. It's a really lovely pattern, really pretty, nice and decorative Palestinian flag. I do quite like the colours and just the decorative nature of that. I really like decorative flags. I think they're really pretty. And we have Speckle's Epic Pokemon Gen 1. So this was quite a big one. This is a big finish, including all of the Gen 1 Pokemon that we all know and love. So the chart is by Lord Libidon, and yeah, I love that. Thank you so much for sharing those. Again, if you have finishes for the finish parade, people, do plonk them in there. I totally forget to do it. I had people ask me about whether they can join my Discord. They can. I do not post my Discord link on YouTube because I feel like it's a bit bot baity, I don't really want a load of randoms joining. I'd rather you come over to Twitch, kind of just get to know me a little bit, maybe hang out for a few minutes at least, and then join my Discord and become part of the community. Yeah, the more the merrier. I am more than happy to have more people in the community hanging out and sharing, so don't be shy. Come over to Twitch, say hello, hang out for a bit, join the Discord, be a part of it. I'd be more than happy to have you. I think that's it. I think I've covered most things. Next month, obviously, we're going to be doing June Dog with Crow Stitcher. We're going to be working on Long Dogs for the month. So definitely come and join us if you're a Long Dog fan. I might just be able to quickly wake this beast up for a proper introduction. Hey, hello, Lunala. Yeah, so this is Lunala. She's a violet green cheek conure. She's a bit scruffy right now because she's been asleep under my hood this whole time. She's a lovely thing. She was hand reared. She was hatched on the 2nd of April, So she's a baby. She's just learning the ropes right now. She's a very sleepy baby. Isn't she cute? She's like a little magnet. I open the cage and she just sticks to me. She's absolutely lovely. She is my pride and joy. She's also very hard work, but I think she's worth it. I think she's worth it. Alright, back to sleep. So if you were here today, thank you ever so much for sticking through the video. Again, come hang out on Twitch if you want to. Come share with us what you're working on. If you did watch the video, let me know what you have been working on down below. I'd love to know what you've been stitching. And I think that's about all from me. Have a good month, enjoy stitching, and I'll see you next time.